Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Choda and welcome to my channel Ignition Time. I again want to thank all our viewers and subscribers for making us one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube for personal finance, for politics and current affairs, for all aspects of stimulus news and unemployment benefits. But there's one comment, and by the way, I do read as many comments as I can on our channel. There's one comment that really jumped out at me, and I do appreciate all the comments from our community, and I'm going to show you this comment on the screen right now. So here's a comment, and the comment reads, Nitin, by the way, everyone messes up my name. My name is Nitin, N-I-T-I-N. So it's okay. Everyone messes up my name. It's not an easy name to pronounce. When I want to mess with someone, I say it's a palindrome. They're like, what? And I go, it's a palindrome. It's the it's spelled the same way front and back. You know, it's you flip it around, it's still spelled the same way. But it's okay. No worries if you messed up my name. Why are we still paying attention to this? And by the way, this viewer, this subscriber is talking about our coverage on all of the current news that's going on the government gridlock, on the fact that the Democrats don't see eye to eye with the administration. You know the drill. And she wrote, why are we still paying attention to this? Can't you cover Dancing with the Stars or something from now on? And I know she was being facetious, but I appreciate humor. We need to laugh here. Alan Alda in MASH, and I guess that shows you how old I am. I'm 42. I'm not that old, but Alan Alda in MASH said, if you don't go crazy once in a while, you'll go crazy. So obviously what this subscriber is talking about is us changing the tempo, us trying to release the tension as opposed to add to the tension. And I'm going to comment on that, and I'll tell you what my plans are to help the entire community going forward, and I think you are going to love it. Okay, all right, so she wrote, can't you cover Dancing with the Stars or something from now on? I actually don't watch Dancing with the Stars. I guess I should. In my free time I watch Bosch on Amazon Prime. I'm on season 6 of Bosch. I love that show, and then I try and find something on Netflix. I can't watch something that extends out over a very long time. So Dancing with the Stars, not my cup of tea, but I get it. So let's take away the only power they have over us, our attention. You are correct. Our attention is the most valuable thing we have. In fact, I would say it's more valuable than money. For me personally, I own multiple businesses, I own rental properties, I make enough passive income where the fact that this channel gets my attention is because I love my fellow Americans and I want to help my fellow Americans. So you are correct. Our attention is, for those of us who have money, I would say our attention is even more valuable than our money. And for those of us who don't have money to pay our bills, the next most important thing we have is our attention. So I'm with you so far. You doing Survivor or Big Brother updates would really help my depression. I think the word that jumped out at me there was depression. In fact, that might be more uplifting than a stimulus check at this point. I mean, I'm laughing because I don't know what else to do. You don't want to see me cry on camera, do you? That's not going to be a pretty sight, I assure you. At least think about it. I am thinking about it, so much so that I made a video about it, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do about it, because you made me sit up and think last night about what I was going to do to help our community going forward. I got to go away from this whole mess, and I don't want to lose you too. Love you, buddy. Well, I love you too. Now listen, number one, the influence of the media on our mental health is significant for us as Americans. Our media is highly divisive. I have all the channels. When I watch CNN, they're always finding some way to bash the president, and when I watch Fox News, they're always finding some way to bash Joe Biden. I actually stopped watching both CNN and Fox News because I think one is too liberal, one is too conservative, and I think that they're both pandering to a certain type of viewer. I read the Washington Post and New York Post. I look at Fox News. I read the Wall Street Journal. I follow Politico. I follow The Hill. I follow all kinds of outlets, and I come to my own decisions, and that's what my own conclusions, and that's what I present on this channel. Now, I would encourage you, as my viewer and subscriber, if you're interested in current affairs, follow different outlets, or if you want, follow a channel like mine and just listen to my point of view and come to your own conclusion. I think that the media, and I took a deep breath because I don't like that they do this, but the media and many YouTube channels are intentionally dividing us, are intentionally hyping up things, are intentionally making us blame the government, are intentionally making us blame one side or the other. I mean, our president elicits strong emotions. And I say our president because for me, it's not about President Trump. For me, it's about the presidency. Okay, let's be clear. I will always respect the presidency. And so for me, the presidency is more important than any president, including President Trump, including President Obama, everybody. So I think that for us, since this particular president elicits such strong emotions, we have become politically very divided, and as a result you have channels on YouTube exploiting this. I mean, there are some channels that all they talk about is when we're going to get the next handout from the government. And if you've been noticing, if you've been watching my channel closely, I've been covering the news, and I've been tying it back to whether it's relevant from a second check standpoint or from an unemployment benefit standpoint, and I'll continue to do that. But my number one piece of advice to all my viewers and subscribers for your mental health would be not to follow news sources that are divisive. Just stop paying attention to them. Now, is the nature of our country, is the nature of the news cycle inherently divisive? Yes, unfortunately it is. But I think we can't shy away from it either. I think, as I can speak for myself, let me speak for myself. As a citizen, I want to know what's going on so that I can make a decision about how I want to approach certain things, how I want to approach other people, how I want to approach the November election. So I think it's important for us to pay attention, but we need to be able to preserve our mental health. Some of us have a higher capacity to withstand stress than others, and some of us just are under a lot of stress and want more easy going, want more funny content. And by the way, I can be funny, I believe, if I want to. I'm going to try and be more funny for you guys on this channel. I won't do something that's out of character for me or that seems disingenuous, because you'll see it on camera, and because I wouldn't want to do it anyway. But I do want to help our community heal. And so my advice to you, number one, is do not follow divisive news sources under any circumstances. Don't watch too much of CNN, too much of Fox News. Don't read too much of one news source versus the other. Don't follow YouTube channels that intentionally hype up the news, that give you false hope, that blame the government. That's not good for us. That's not good for our mental health. That's number one. So let's put her message back up on the screen, and she goes, at least think about it. I gotta go away from this whole mess, and I don't want to lose you too. Now, here is the focus of our channel, just so that we are clear. Ignition Time has always been and will always be a channel that will help you earn money, invest money, and understand money psychologically, because I think the psychological victory over money needs to happen before money enters your bank account. I can tell you that psychologically, a person who has no money thinks about money a certain way, and psychologically, a person who has a lot of money thinks about money a certain way. I can tell you that for a fact, because I've been there. I've been in both situations. Psychologically, when I had no money, I needed to keep I needed to have enough food in my refrigerator. I needed to look for coupons. I needed to buy stuff that was on sale. I ate frozen meals till I got sick, because they're not very healthy for you, because that's all I could afford. And on the other hand, I find myself in situations where, I invest money in the stock market. The next day my stocks are down by a couple of $100,000. And psychologically, these are two completely different mindsets. And what I want here's what I want for my viewers and subscribers. So this leads me to point number 2. On my channel, in the coming weeks, months, years, I will teach you how to fish. I will teach you how to become psychologically adept at making money, saving money, investing money. And it's not, nothing happens overnight. It took me 20 years to be an overnight success. Okay, so nothing happens overnight. This is going to be a process. So I want you to understand that psychologically, we need to come to terms with understanding money and coming to terms with making large amounts of money, investing it so it works for you, and then being worth a certain amount of money. Because at the end of the day, I think that we need to become rich up here before we become rich in our bank account. I think all of us have, or some of us, I should say, let me again speak for myself. I used to have what I call poverty consciousness. So what poverty consciousness means is, I used to believe that rich people did wrong things, did unethical things to earn money. I used to believe that people who made a lot of money were bad, or there was something, maybe they didn't pay their taxes, whatever. Number 3, and this was the big one, I used to believe I myself wasn't worth a lot of money. And so I used to sort of shy away from the things that would make me money. I would shy away from the news, the state of politics. I would shy away from starting a business. I would shy away from using credit cards, using leverage to build my businesses. I would shy away from hiring other people to grow my business. But once I was able to do that, and one of the main reasons I was able to do that is I read a lot of books. I surround myself with highly successful people. By the way, you get that for free. Okay, this is the power of YouTube. You get the insight of someone like me who you would not normally be able to talk to, you would not have access to. And I don't say that from an arrogance. If you think that I'm saying that to be arrogant, you're missing the whole point. Me making this video is designed to teach you what took me decades to learn. So the 1% of you who are going to freak out that I'm arrogant, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to help you. But you normally wouldn't have access to someone like me or other mentors like me who are much smarter than me on YouTube. The fact that you have that access puts you in a very strong position, in a very enviable position. So again, that leads me to point number 2. Learn from individuals, whether it's YouTube or read books, buy books on Amazon, listen to Audible, do whatever you got to do. Use this time wisely to listen to people who will help you get to the next level financially. And I will be doing that for you in this channel. And number 3, find ways to start making money. I mean, let me know in the comment section below, for some of you, do you want me to teach you how to make money online? Do you want me to teach you how to start an e-commerce business? I own multiple e-commerce businesses, by the way. Chances are some of you have even bought some of my products on Amazon. So I own multiple e-commerce businesses. I own multiple software businesses. Obviously this YouTube channel has now become a business of its own. I can teach you folks how to build a successful YouTube channel. So let me know in the comment section below if you want me to talk to you about that. A lot of you can make money online doing surveys. A lot of you can get paid for your opinion online. Some of you can create an online store, an e-commerce business. There are ways to create an online store without actually having goods, without actually having a warehouse. I can talk to you about creating an online store. I can talk to you about website platforms for online businesses, because I own multiple businesses, online businesses. If you want to start an e-commerce business, let me know in the comment section below if this is something you want me to teach you, because what I want us to do, and by the way, this leads me to the 3rd point. I need us to mentally get to a point where we say to ourselves, what can I do to make more money in the future? What can I do to be financially free? I know none of us want to be dependent on a government handout. In fact, many of my viewers, subscribers watching this video, and I'm just being real with you, I'm being 100% straight with you. Many of my viewers and subscribers have never been dependent on the government before. I mean, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. You're thinking to myself, why am I depending on the unemployment benefit? Why am I depending on the stimulus check? Well, I have news for you. Let's be successful. The best way to make the most out of this situation is not to complain about the government, about Nancy Pelosi, about Donald Trump. The best way to do is not to complain about the speaker or the president. The best thing to do right now is to improve your skills. Start a business, whether it's an e-commerce or an online store. Or if you don't have the ability or the interest to do that, or the money to do that, that's okay. Find ways to make money remotely. Find ways to make money from home. That is what I want my viewers and subscribers to do. End the dependence on unemployment benefits. So here's what you're going to see on my channel, on the Ignition Time channel going forward. You're going to see a focus on 3 things going forward in the Ignition Time channel. 1, there will be a focus on current news, on the state of politics, and I will present it as best as I can in a fair and balanced way, so you get both sides of the equation. For me, it's not about the red or the blue, it's about the red, white and blue. I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm American. So you'll see that from our channel going forward. You'll also see coverage on really challenging topics, really hard-hitting topics. I mean, today you saw a video on the cycle of poverty, the cycle of hunger in our country, which is just incredible if you think about it. There's 1 in 8 American households right now are struggling with hunger. You saw that video on our channel today. I will present you. So I'll present you with 3 things on our channel. 1 will be news and current affairs, and I won't hold anything back. and I'm not going to be partisan. And for again, for the 1% of my viewers who freak out and think I'm partisan, I'm sorry, but you're going to lose sight of the big picture, and you're going to lose the chance to learn a tremendous amount from this channel, which is what we are going to teach you. So forget the lens of partisanship. It hurts more than it helps. It just hurts. It sort of pulls us into a corner where we stay in a corner and complain. And I don't want any of my viewers to be in a corner. I want my viewers to step out and interact with the community. Speaking of community, let me just be clear. Our community is what I'm extremely proud of. I don't care how big this channel becomes. This channel could have 1 million subscribers, 10 million subscribers, or this channel could have significantly less. Doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that our community is supportive, is respectful, and is responsible. I'm going to repeat that again. Supportive, so we can help each other. Respectful, so that we essentially support each other's views, whether it's political views or whether it's any kind of views. We help each other. We don't curse out at each other, or we don't blame each other, because if you want that, you can do that on other channels. Number 3, I really want us to be responsible. I want us to take responsibility. I am in a position of I guess I don't want to use the word power, because that sounds facetious, but I'm in a position where I can share my insight, because I'm 42 years old. I've made a ton of mistakes. I have a rags to riches story. I'm an immigrant who now lives the American dream. I have the fortune, the honor, the privilege of living the American dream. So I believe that I'm a beneficiary of the generosity of America. I've had the privilege, the honor of experiencing the best of what this amazing country has to offer. So I want to be able to help. The point I was trying to make is I want us to be responsible. And the reason I mentioned myself is, reminds me of the Spider-Man movie. My son and I, my 5-year-old, and I watched the Spider-Man movie, the original Spider-Man. Well, when I say the original, I mean with Tobey Maguire, which I thought was way better than some of the newer ones. And, in the first movie, his uncle says, with great power comes great responsibility. So I'm going to try and function with as much responsibility as I can. I mean, am I going to be perfect? Am I going to somehow skew one way or the other with my coverage? Of course I am. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. And, so are you guys. Nobody's perfect. Remember, the goal is progress, not perfection. If you want something that's perfect, it doesn't exist. It just doesn't. So what you're going to get on this channel is you're going to get 3 types of coverage. You're going to get political and news coverage. You're going to get coverage on money. I'm talking everything from making money to saving money to investing money, which includes, making money if you want to work from home, doing surveys, if you want to start a business, if you want to start an e-commerce store. I'll be covering all those kinds of topics. Just let me know in the comment section below if you want me to cover some of those topics. And number 3, I am going to start to focus more and more on mindset and emotional health, because I do believe that at the end of the day, we're not just physical beings, we're emotional and mental beings, which, by the way, is what this message from our viewer, from our subscriber taught me. So I appreciate you. Bringing that to the forefront of this discussion. I read most of the comments that are, angry, and that's fine. It's okay to be angry. I'm going to focus on the comments that provide constructive criticism to continue to improve this channel for our viewers and subscribers. By now, you already know our channel is completely different from any other channels out there. The channel does not focus on negative news. The channel focuses on actual news. Unfortunately, the actual news at this moment tends to be negative, but things will change. Things will get better. So again, you'll see a focus on 3 things in this channel. You'll see a focus on politics and current affairs. That's number 1. You'll see that, you'll see that to varying degrees. Number 2, you'll see a focus on money, making money, saving money, investing money, starting a business. Number 3, you'll see a focus on emotional health. You'll see a focus on emotional and mental health, because I believe the emotional, mental, the social health, having the right circle around you, having the right mentors, goes hand in hand with the other components. One doesn't exist without the other. So that is going to be the focus of Ignition Time. I want to make sure our viewers and subscribers know. Also, by the way, make sure you follow us on Instagram. My Instagram handle is ignition_time. I just posted a message there today, and on Instagram I'm going to be a little bit more personal. We're going to have a little bit more fun on Instagram. YouTube is going to be focused on the content, And on Instagram, I'm going to post pictures, short little video clips where we can be personal, where we can interact a bit more. So follow us on Instagram. That's ignition_time. That's ignition_time. And if you don't have an Instagram account, get an Instagram account so that you can follow us on Instagram, because the content on Instagram again is going to be more personal. It's going to be much more light and much more fun and interactive. YouTube is always going to be important content designed to move you forward, designed to hopefully improve the trajectory of your life. I hope this was beneficial, everyone. As usual, when I try and provide these kinds of videos, they end up getting much longer than expected. I didn't end up for this video to be so long, but there you have it. My name is Dr. Nitin Choda with Ignition Time. Thank you so much for watching. I have the fortune, the privilege, the honor of living the American dream. Check out my introductory video. I am a beneficiary, like I said earlier, of American generosity, and I'm here to return the favor with my channel. I promise you, I will do everything in my power to lead you forward in a balanced way. And I honestly don't care about your political beliefs. I really don't. I care about the fact that you live your American dream, and set aside your political beliefs so I can help you get there, because that's going to be better for you. So that was one thing. Again, please follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. You can send us a text message. Get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000, and you can get added to our SMS list, and you can opt out at any time. Now, if you want to get on our email list, go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. So you can get added to our email list. So make sure you do get on our email list. You can opt out of the SMS or emails at any time. Definitely follow us on Instagram as well. Now, sometimes YouTube does not send out notifications, so go to youtube.com/ignition_time. That's youtube.com/ignition_time, and then you'll be able to bookmark our channel. Just bookmark that on your browser, like go to your browser, click the star on the top right side of your browser, and then bookmark the channel, so that way you can visit the channel and you can check out our videos once, twice a day, because we release videos very, very often. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. By the way, I did this entire video in just one take, no edits, no nothing. This was done at one shot. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I hope it was beneficial. I hope it gives you a sense of where we will go together in the future, where I will lead you in the future. And welcome to this journey of Ignition Time. We are at the precipice. We are at the crossroads of a major change in the direction for America. And I am fortunate to have met you at this crossroad in your life, because you have gotten to a point in your life where there are two paths in front of you. One path is you become bitter, you lose faith in the government, you have apathy, you say, I'm not going to vote, and you decide that, the world there's no hope in the world anymore. That is one path. And if you decide to go down that path, that's your decision. Entirely your decision. I will still want to help you. The other path is you say, look, I can do things better going forward. I can make my voice heard. I can improve my own skills. I can maybe start a business. I can learn from other mentors. Even if I have no money to pay them, I can learn from other mentors. I can get better at my financial and professional skills. I can get better at managing money, saving money, spending money, and I can build a better future for myself, and I can be a mentor to others someday. Because at the end of the day, at some point in time, all of us want to give back, and there is something called the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's called the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'll talk to you about that in another video. But when we get what we want in life, the basic physical needs are met, the food needs are met, the security needs are met. We all want to achieve a point where we can pay it forward. One day, I promise you, you will pay it forward, just like I'm trying to pay it forward today. This entire video was completely unscripted, and the view count on this video doesn't matter to me, because I believe if I change one life in this video, it will have been worth it. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video of Ignition Time. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. That's ignition_time. Don't forget to send us a text message. Once again, send us a text message, ignition or time, the word ignition or time, to 70,000, that's 70000. Go to ignitiontime.com/alerts to get on our exclusive email list. Also bookmark our channel, youtube.com/ignition time. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next episode of Ignition Time. I appreciate you. Bye.